Good morning. Welcome back to Tiki Rick Adventures. I'm Tiki Rick. It's good to see you guys again. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. This morning it is a gloomy June day. This June gloom has been sticking around. It's been sticking around in the afternoons. It's not here just in the morning. It was the same with May Gray. Usually May Gray is just here in the mornings. That's not been the case lately. It's unusually cold coming into the start of summer. We've never really had the starts of summer this cold before, or late springs that were this cold before. So this is new for us in Southern California, but I'm loving it. It's kind of sprinkly this morning. It's cold enough for me to wear a sweater and some shorts, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can because I'm sure it's going to be hot here pretty soon. It's even set to be a chance of rain tomorrow, which is really surprising. So the high today is anywhere between 68 and 70 degrees, but the cloud cover is not supposed to burn off, which is nice. That'll be really nice. So I'm going to get breakfast at Galactic Grill. I did notice they had a breakfast sandwich on the menu. They'd had a breakfast sandwich on the menu before, but if I recall correctly, last month it was just a normal bun or like a brioche bun, something like that. But now it's an everything bagel with Canadian ham, egg, and cheese on it. So that sounds good on an everything bagel. So I'm going to try that out and see how it is this morning. And I don't really have too much else planned today, so let's just see what we can get into. We'll see where the breeze takes us today. And I know we'll have fun regardless. We'll have some kind of fun adventure. So I invite you to join me on today's adventure. We will likely look at some of the new merchandise today. I'll probably ride a ride, maybe watch one of the bands play. So let's go do this. I am at the Galactic Grill. This is a great place to sit in the morning other than the Jolly Holiday. I love the vibes here. It's a good people watching spot. You can see a lot of people walking by, starting their day. And it's fun to be in Tomorrowland first thing in the morning. When I walked in, there's always like space versions of Disney music. And when I walked in this morning, it was Winnie the Pooh. And it was a good beat. Like, they had a good jam to that. So I'm surprised. I'm always surprised at the music and how catchy it is here, but it's a great place to start your day. So I got my bagel sandwich, which is going to be delicious, hopefully. It came with Canadian ham, which is kind of interesting. They call it Canadian ham. I grew up knowing these little medallion slices called Canadian bacon. So to me, it's called Canadian bacon. I Googled it, and they're kind of used interchangeably, weirdly enough, but I'm less familiar with the term Canadian ham. To me, it just looks like Canadian bacon, which pretty much is ham. They're just from different cuts of the pork. So instead of being from the lower part of the pork, I think it's from the back or from the back legs, something like that, instead of the belly like real bacon. But anyways, here's the cross cut of that. The eggs don't look like they're particularly good. They look like they were cooked in like a steam tray, you know, like a pre-formed kind of patty. So they look like they scrambled the eggs and then they put American cheese on it, and there is Canadian bacon on an everything bagel. So let's give that a go. That is incredibly mediocre. That is like a 6 out of 10 at best. It wasn't really served the hottest. Let me backtrack just a little bit. Today is the first day I've ever seen on the mobile app where there is a estimated wait time. So that's brand new to me. I've never seen that. I don't know if that's just being tested at Galactic Grill or if it's being tested park-wide today, but it said that it would take anywhere between 2 and 10 minutes to have my order ready. And that was actually a lie. It was about 1 minute until my order was ready. So they are pre-making these. I saw a bunch of them sitting there pre-wrapped in the back, and they're not staying hot enough, and they're definitely not fresh enough. One thing I noticed right away was the bagel is kind of a little like mushy in a sense. It's been sitting in the foil so long that the steam is it's a victim to the steam. So the bread is a little bit on the soggy side. I think they need to be making less of these and make them more on demand. And I know it's hard. I'm not always trying to be critical or complaining, but it's hard to mass produce food. I know Disney does a pretty good job in general, but I like to give a little critical feedback too, because there's always room for improvement in my opinion. But they should be making a little less of these. The bagel too is not the freshest bagel. It's definitely like baked last week or baked a couple weeks ago and sent on site. So if they could somehow get fresher, real bakery bagels, this is more like a Thomas or a Sara Lee grocery store bagel. Very much on the same level as a grocery store bagel. I wouldn't recommend this. If you're a really picky eater, you might like this just because there's no flavor to it. There's nothing that's overwhelming or particularly interesting or unique about it. It's a pretty normal breakfast sandwich. It does have a chipotle mayo on there, but there's so little of the chipotle mayo that you really don't taste it unless you get a bite like on the end where the chipotle mayo has pooled up. You might be able to ask for a side of that. I actually wish there was more chipotle mayo because that's kind of the stand out about this dish. Otherwise, it's literally just egg, cheese, and ham, you know, on a bagel, which I can make at home, no problem. The chipotle mayo is what would have made it unique, so. The everything bagel doesn't have a lot of flavor. You're not getting a lot of everything seasoning on there. You can see the top, it's kind of lightly coated, so it's leaving a lot to be desired. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this. It's not a bad breakfast, but there's way better breakfast in the park. If you're at Galactic Grill, I would go with the breakfast burrito. That was better than this. Or I'd get the breakfast chimichanga, or go to Jolly Holiday. They always have good breakfast food over there too. But yeah, I would kind of skip out on this. Get the burrito if you want to take in the vibes of the Galactic Grill in the morning. It's not crowded here though. There's plenty of tables, so I definitely recommend coming here for breakfast. I just don't think this is the go-to dish for breakfast. So, and we gave it a shot though. One thing that would have greatly improved the bagel is, it's always the littlest things in life, right? But one of the little things they could have done was toast the bagel itself. I can't believe it's not toasted. See how it's just kind of mushy? It's kind of a little bit on the stale side too, not the freshest bagel. If they're going to use stale bagels, they could have at least toasted it so it masks how stale it is. Oh well. Wouldn't get this again, but at least I tried it. It's nice to have the Matterhorn back open. I miss the sound of the screams and the howling wind and the waterfalls. It really sets the ambiance and the tone around this area. If you're walking anywhere around it in Tomorrowland or Fantasyland and there aren't the noises, it's just odd without it. Small World is currently a 5-minute wait, so I'm going to take advantage of some of the low wait times this morning. I'm going to take a ride on that before things get too busy, so let's go do that. picked up Bengal BBQ for lunch today, and I came to the Tropical Hideway. If you come to the Tropical Hideway before noon, there's always plenty of open seating. I mean, look at this. This is really nice. All these tables are totally open. I have this entire veranda to myself up here. It's really nice. It's kind of like laying out on the lanai in the Tropical Hideaway. So this is my own Tropical Hideaway. This is awesome. I love it. Anyways, I got Bengal BBQ and walked over here. I did get 2 items. I got the banyan beef. That is the hot and spicy beef. That one's my favorite of all the options, but the other beef is good. The chicken's good too. The chicken comes with a Polynesian sauce, and the other beef is a not spicy one. It comes with what they call a Zulu sauce. Zulu sauce is honestly just Disney's made up word for teriyaki sauce. It's nothing more or less than a teriyaki, but I did get the asparagus. This is one of my favorite things there. It's the bacon wrapped asparagus, and it is awesome. It's so good. It's nice to have something green when you're in the park, and you don't eat enough vegetables when you're here, that's for sure. But this is absolutely delicious. So you're gonna get the smokiness from the bacon, and they kind of char the bacon too. Sorry, it's like in between. It's cloudy today, but it's still bright. The cloudiness is making it still bright. It's like on the line of not needing sunglasses, but I have baby eyes. I have really sensitive baby eyes, so I think I do need sunglasses still. It's just hard to see. So you get the nice black burnt charred pieces there, and I went ahead, I put lemon on there. You can ask for extra lemon. Lemon is what makes it. That's all you need. But if you want to get a little more unhealthy, order a side of that Zulu sauce. That's the teriyaki sauce. Now I ordered a side of that and I poured it all over here. That's just chef's kiss right there. It does not need that. It's delicious without that. But to me, that's the cherry on top. Really, really good. So let me give the asparagus a try first. It was executed perfectly today. The asparagus is still green. It's still vibrant green, and it's still got a little bit of a crunch to it. It's perfectly cooked. I don't like when vegetables are too underdone. Honestly, sometimes it's disappointing when you get like broccoli or asparagus and it's completely raw and crunchy. I liked it to be cooked. I want to be able to bite into it and know that it's been cooked, not just steamed for 30 seconds. This has been cooked perfectly. It's not mushy. It still has its vibrant green color. It hasn't faded into that pale green yet. If it were cooked for a couple more minutes, it'd be too long. But it was just long enough to get those little black bits on the edge of the bacon. And those black bits add contrast. They add smokiness. That's where you're getting a lot of the flavor. And when you have very few ingredients in a dish, it's important that each component is executed well, because each component is an integral part. This only has like 3 components to it. You know, I added the sauce, that doesn't count. But if I hadn't added the sauce and ate it just as is, it's really just asparagus, bacon, and lemon juice. Very simple. So all those simple ingredients need to be done well, and they need to be done correctly in order for it to be an enjoyable dish. This is perfect. This is done very well. Absolutely awesome. And I forgot a fork. Let me get one here. Hold, I'll be back in a second. All right, I cut off a little piece of the banyan beef. The sauce is actually spicy here, so if you guys don't like spicy food, do not choose this option. They give you a plenty of sauce though on the bottom of the plate, which is really nice. It's got a good kick to it. It was really tough cutting into it with the butter knife. So we'll see how chewy and tough the meat is. Sometimes it's a little chewy here. All right, good news to report. It is not chewy or tough meat today. It's nice and tender. It has a really good kick. I really like that sauce. Like I said, if you don't care for the banyan sauce, get the Zulu sauce, because that's nice and sweet and no spice to it at all. This is awesome. I'll enjoy my lunch here. I got the tiki torches surrounding me, so you can't really get a better spot to eat for lunch than this. So I will be enjoying it. I'll see you guys soon. If you guys are interested in the Starbucks stainless steel tumblers, the bling tumblers went from $49.90 each to $30 each. That's a really good sale. $20 off is not a sale you regularly see. That's good, so take advantage of it. If you've had your eye on that, now's the time to buy it. Saw this new Pride ornament as part of the collection. I haven't seen this in the collection yet. Very cool. I like his look of just pure joy, pure glee. That's cool. That is $24.99 for that. They've been coming out with a lot of new Stitch stuff, so it's hard to tell what's new and what's not. It's hard to keep track of. This is new to me. This is really cool. This is a nice bath rug. It's really soft too. And that bath rug is $34.99. Well, thank you guys for joining me today on this adventure. I had a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun at Disneyland. That was a really mediocre breakfast. Definitely would not recommend that bagel. Just stick with the burrito if you're gonna go there. Better yet, go to Jolly Holiday or Ship to Shore. You'll be even happier with those breakfasts. Lunch was redemption. Lunch was a major redemption. That was awesome. I love Bengal BBQ, and it's nice to get some fresh vegetables. There's also a vegetable skewer there. I often get that one instead of the asparagus, and that's highly recommended. It's zucchini, red and green bell peppers, and onions all skewered on a kebab together, and it's just seasoned lightly, but it's really nice with the lemon juice and the smokiness from the grill. I enjoy watching the band. I watched the Bootstrappers as well today, so that was cool. And I saw the Jambalaya Jazz Band. I always watch the bands when I'm here. Even after this video, I'm not going home quite yet, so I'll probably go over and watch the Five and Dime for a little bit. I love the music. The musicians at Disney are just second to none. They are fantastic here. And it's one of my favorite parts of Disney is coming here and seeing the curated live music. They have so much live entertainment to enjoy. And a lot of people are just here for the rides or here for the food. So, you know, we're all here for different things, different strokes for different folks. But for me, it's definitely about the food, the atmosphere, just being here, just getting away from it all, and just being in a happy place for the day. It was fun riding Small World. I love Small World. I don't ride that one too often, but when I get the chance, I definitely do. It gets you right in the Disney mood, right in the morning. It's a perfect way, kind of hit that Disney magic. Press it with a push of a button, if you will. I love Small World. It was awesome to start the day that way. I had a great adventure today. I hope you guys had half as much fun as I did. Thank you again. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining me. I really do appreciate you guys. Until next time, take care. Thank you.